Hello Intuitors, it's Aria here. Welcome to the Intuit Cafe and to your daily reading for Friday, January 18. So if this is your first time on my channel, you definitely should stop and subscribe right now because I'm doing some things here that there is no other reader on YouTube doing at this time. Thanks so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel, and we'll see you around. Hi guys, so I'm doing something a little bit differently with my readings this week that I decided on giving it a try. I really love the pick your ending readings, but I think I'm just for now going to only do those on the weekly readings, but the daily readings I'm going to do it a little bit differently and trying out this format. So this deck of cards, this is Lenormand. I'm going to pull just two cards. It's kind of like an area that will give us focus. It always helps for me to have some kind of an idea for a subject for the reading, and then it gives context for the other cards. And then these cards here that I'm pulling from, it's from this expanded deck that I just bought. It's really a cool deck. I've been toying with this idea of cards that would have something written on them, which that is one reason, that's the main reason I really like it, and I like the idea of the expanded. What she did was she took all of the Lenormand cards that have more than one primary meaning and split them up into more than one card, and then also added cards to the deck that give more options to, you know, like just more things they can say. And because they have the information written on them, it really gives, you know, anybody, you don't have to have any kind of prior experience really in reading in order to be able to use these cards in. And I would, you know, highly recommend if anybody is kind of interested in reading cards for themselves, this is a good way to go about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what subjects we have. We have the house, so this line here will have something to do with a home. And I do also see that there will probably be some interrelation between the two lines, and we'll read them that way as well. And then we have commitments that are coming up. The ring has to do with any kind of contracts, engagements, commitments. So certainly committed relationships, and, you know, could be something around a home situation. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. We have the tiger, which is the ability to push through and having strength, and also finances come up with him. Here we have the garden, which is about lots of people coming together. And here's the woman. And I'm going to pull one more. Whenever I get a person card, I pretty much usually feel like I just need something more for context. And we have light bulb, clarity and inspiration. So the woman could be bringing the clarity and inspiration. If this is you, then you have it within you, or it could be somebody outside of yourself. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. We have snake, lies, envy, competition, and jealousy. And then an engagement, diamond, and engagement, long-term relationship or marriage is coming up here. And then there's a coffin and an ending. Wow, 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 what a, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into this. So I really do feel like these two lines are going to be quite interrelated. I think we're talking about the same situation here, so I'm going to read them that way for the most part. This is coming up very significantly for me in regards to this lies, envy, and jealousy and competition, that the tiger has the ability to push through. It has that strength to be able to do that. And it could be that finances are all in play with this as well in some way. The garden is coming up because I feel like there's going to be a lot of people involved in this situation, whoever this reading is meant for. Now, I will just say right now, these are daily readings. It doesn't mean it's just something that's going to happen for you today. It's just whatever is being brought up on the day that I'm doing the reading. And so if you landed on this in some time in the future, then it was meant for you at this time probably to hear. If you, as just a matter of routine, are always checking in on these readings and then they don't resonate, then, you know, go ahead and feel free to just discard it for the day that it's not resonating. But for those of you where there is resonation here, the reason is because, you know, you were guided in for some reason to listen to this. There's some truth in it, even if it's not exactly your story, because I allow myself to be a channel to, you know, say and speak things that then become a message. And when I've created this message, it's something that you can tune into and, you know, receive something from it. And that's what my aim and goal is. So anyway, let's keep on going here. So there are going to be a lot of, I feel like a lot of people are affected in this situation. So it feels like a family type of situation having to do with the home, because we also have the engagement and we have some negative cards here that, you know, really throwing out caution here. If you're a woman in this situation, I feel like for the woman card came up because there is one person, one woman, it could be you, it could be someone else, who's very central to this whole entire story. Like, it's almost like everything hinges on whatever it is that she does. But she has the light bulb that, you know, is in her house here. Like, she has the clarity and the inspiration in this entire situation to ultimately know what to do in order to bring out the, you know, the best result. And I also feel like this is her as well, this tiger, the tigress here. She has the ability to push through this situation, and there's going to be some financial things here that that make this whole entire thing a very challenging situation. I'll just say it right now. I feel like this whole spread here is having to do with someone who is facing the, you know, the choice or trying to work their way through a very challenging relationship situation, where they're coming to a point where they feel like an ending is needed here. It is most likely in, you know, in terms of a long-term type of relationship, and perhaps a marriage, or maybe some, you know, they've been you and someone, if this is you and the situation has been engaged. We have the ring coming up twice here. But there's definitely been some things, some very negative things that have been going on around this relationship in some way. And that's the lies, the competition and jealousy that are here. It's all the negative aspects of the snake. One of the things that she did with this card was she divided it up. So there's, you know, we got the one that came up with about the snake. That's the negative side of it. So something's been going on, and I'm feeling like the reasons for it are probably well-founded. Let me just go ahead and pull another card for some clarification on the lies and the envy here and see what we get. It says, the cat, solitude and being on your own. So I feel like, there's a couple ways to read that here. I feel like, you know, in this situation, you're really on your own in that, there's not any kind of, how to say this, lies of competition and jealousy. I'm feeling like you, as in the person who is listening to this, you're on your own in this situation. In other words, you're the only one who sees this. You're the only one who knows about it. And it's really all has to do with you. For some of you, it's that you're feeling this jealousy or envy or something, and it's just you, that you're the only one that feels that way. But if you are in a situation where something, you know, happened that caused this, it's like the other person is not seeing it. You're on your own in that. You're seeing this the way it is, and you don't have, like, there's not been an admission that says, yeah, I've been, you know, cheating or whatever. I've been doing things in this relationship that have hurt the relationship and partnership. And so you're on your own in recognizing that. So that's interesting. And what comes up here is the coffin. I'm going to go ahead and pull another card for that as well. So the coffin, and then along with that comes bouquet, gift, joy, and a happy surprise. So that, you know, it's interesting. A lot of times we fear endings, and we don't like the idea of something ending, and we feel like that's all painful and hard. But there's something that then turns out to be a happy surprise, and actually it turns out to be a gift. This ending turns out to be a gift in some way, and that could play out in different ways for different people, because the ending does mirror the lies, the competition, and the jealousy. So it could be, like when we look at cards in a spread in Lenormand, the cards that mirror each other they have a very strong effect. They go together. And so it could be that in this situation, the ending is to the whatever it was that was causing the competition to occur, and that's the gift of it, that ends, and yet also, because I clarified these both here, so these are really going to go together as well, as the gift can be the solitude and being on your own. So for some of you, this is ending because, you know, the engagement or marriage or whatever, this relationship ended, and now you're own in the solitude, and that is the joy, the gift, you know, the happy surprise here. So it's going to kind of play out differently for different people, and you know, how you know whether that's you or not. I think your intuition also is really, this is where, whether I'm reading this card for, like, if I'm doing a private reading or not, and it's still really the same thing. It's going to be, these are coming up for a reason, but they can say some different things that and knows for you how that plays out in your situation. So this is coming up, and then you're the one that gets to determine how does this work for you. When you really go into the energy of the situation, does this ending, like, is there some glimmer in that ending that you realize the ending itself of this relationship brings you that joy? Or is it like, are you being asked to, you know, you yourself on your own, like this is for you to do. You're the one that needs to set aside the you know, what you feel is, maybe you think there were lies and that kind of thing, but there's envy, jealousy, competition, or whatever, and it's for you at this time now to set it aside, and you know, it's for you to do and to end that, because that's your choice to. And again, this just is going to be different for different people. There's some of you out there who'd be like, oh no, you know, this person needs to go and I'm not gonna have anything more to do with them. Then good, that's exactly what you're doing, the right thing. But for some of you out there, this could be that this is something that does need to be let go of and have an ending to that, because perhaps it's not as bad as you think it is. Perhaps this jealousy and everything is a feeling that's coming up for you, but it has to do with your own wounds. You have your own inner wounds and your healing that you need to do around whatever that was, you know, bringing it up. And it could be that this is, you know, not a negative situation, not necessarily a negative person for you. They are a good person for you, but in order for you to be able to move forward into this relationship, and I will come back to this, you have the strength and the ability to push through it. So if it is that you need to end, you know, the lies or end the feeling of the jealousy or whatever that you have, or the feeling of competition with someone, in regards to this situation, this partnership, marriage, relationship, then you do have the ability to do that and work through that and get to the root of whatever it is that causes that, you know, uncomfortable feeling, and to have that jealousy going on. But if it's that you do need to let this person go and let this relationship end, then you have the strength to do that. And again, it really comes back to this, the woman. I'm feeling like for most of the people in this situation, it's the woman that has this, the light bulb, the spark, the inspiration of how to work the way through this and make that happen. All right, I hope that reading is helpful for whoever it was meant for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.